Well, a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome into 615 Preps Live, presented by AccuWorks. Not many of these left. This is our last preview show of the season because it's championship week. Headed to Chattanooga to crown some state champions, 9 of them on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the 4 gentlemen pictured on the screen along with me will be down there the first couple of days. I will make my way down late Friday night. Something called Cyber Week apparently keeping me at work. So
there'll be gypsies in the palace.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and let Isaac have that one right off the bat.
I mean, what a day.
We're going to talk about it, too, here in just a few minutes.
The punch to the gut of being ranked 14 and having a 9-3 Texas team jump you kind of sucks. But it's made a lot easier when you have a 5-star plus quarterback commit to your program.
Listen, we're all going to enjoy watching Jared Curtis play on Thursday because it's really special to watch. That'll be a little bit of a different experience for Isaac on Thursday.
Last year with McCauley and Baylor, when Carson Lawrence was committed to Vandy, I was really excited for that game. And I was paying special attention to Carson Lawrence. But having Jared Curtis, local kid that I've covered for 2-ish years, got to see him play a bunch this year, having him stay home like that, even with all the, the unfortunate back and forth things that happened with how it came to be, it's going to be really special. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy he's staying home. Can't even describe it.
As a Tennessee fan, I'll just say it's a huge get for Vanderbilt. I actually pull for Vanderbilt when they're not playing Tennessee. So we'll enjoy watching him stay at home, and we'll definitely enjoy watching him at Vandy more than I would have at UGA. But man, what a big get for Clark Lee and Vanderbilt. And, he's the type of recruit that once he's there, Vanderbilt's not Vanderbilt anymore. Vanderbilt is a legitimate threat to get some big name guys going forward.
Yeah, what he just posted a couple minutes ago, with the official, he's saying, by the way, the closing line, I'm dropping my anchor or keeping my anchor in Nashville. That's very, really, really slick line.
I guess it's probably a good time to just go ahead and talk about it now. Jared Curtis did officially announce that he is going to Vanderbilt just a few minutes ago before we came on. So, a lot of drama today about that, too.
Yeah. But him talking about, learning how to be the underdog, staying at Nashville Christian at a D2 1A school when he could have gone to all these bigger, much, much more, out there private schools, and he decided to stay close to home. At a small school, and how that kind of set him up to go to Vandy, how to play and play the role of the underdog. It's just amazing. Just what a great story. I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
Yeah, he's Vandy's highest ever commitment, overpassing another guy who just recently committed to Vandy, and Amari Sanders, who committed earlier in the week. So big thing. Big things happening in Nashville for Vanderbilt. The future is very bright. You just signed that Clark Lee to that extension. And I got a feeling they're not going to be the only big-time local kids.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and walk through this because this is a question that people want to know about. How did work that out earlier? He had to tell someone. Yeah, he did. He did.
Joe, do you want to lead that?
Yeah, it's just a matter of it sounds like national outlets got a little jumpy. And, it was supposed to be something private that maybe he wanted to announce tomorrow. And national outlets just got jumpy. And
they took his moment. They took his moment.
They've been doing that a lot lately. It's that time of the year. It happens almost every year. I hate it for the kid because it was going to be something special for him tomorrow in front of a packed crowd. And I think he handled it as well as anyone could. And, thankfully he's got a really good family around him to help him with that. But, it sucks that it happened that way. But it's out there now. He can officially not like he wasn't going to. He can focus on D2A championship game on Thursday. He'll ball out. He'll close out his career the right way. And Vandy fans just should be extremely excited about that. You got your QB1 next year.
I remember how you were on the sidelines at Lipscomb Academy. When your Vanderbilt boy was had just committed. So you're gonna have to tie it down, put some anchors to your ankles. Keep you grounded Thursday.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard to keep a unbiased point of view. Not really, but it's you're just excited.
Yeah. No, it's all. Look, hey, if anybody committed to Kentucky, I'd be happy.
They did a couple of years ago, and then they all.
Hey, Will Stein committed to Kentucky.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
So,
and then, you asked another question. Does Paige finally break through? We'll get to that here in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have our picks a little later on in the show, and we'll tell you what we think about that
and
one.
For what it's worth, with the whole Jared news breaking thing, we published our stuff pretty well after I think all the national outlets did, and then as soon as he posted his statement saying, I haven't talked to anybody yet, we took it down.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait and make sure everything was good. As soon as he put out his statement, we put our stuff back out.
Yeah. We want to be right much more than we want to be first.
And be right for the kids too. Like not
exactly. It's not. It's news, and therefore, if it's posted from a reputable source, yes, we'll go ahead and post it. That we've got the best editor in the biz for that reason. Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, Isaac,
but now we got
it.
Chris. So,
Isaac, you nailed it. It's for the kids. If kids, and the couple times that kids have entrusted us to break news about transferring schools or whatever it may be, we don't go with it until they are fully ready. And that's part of it. So, and any of the kids out there, if you want to share information with us, that's fine, and we will treat you all the same way.
Yeah, there is a lot of honor in that, and as someone who has been involved with a highly nationally graded recruit before, and in a similar situation, there's not a lot of information that gets out, but once it does, it's you can't bring it back in the bottle.
No, you cannot put the toothpaste back in the tube.
So it's obviously it sucks for Jared that happened, but at the same time, I think Joe, you mentioned it, he can now focus on trying to win another gold ball.
Yeah,
if you want to look at a silver lining there. So but that's the big news of the day. Obviously, Jared Curtis does indeed flip from Georgia to Vanderbilt, and another star coming to Nashville, or staying in Nashville for that matter. So
another 5-star.
Another 5. I was gonna make a similar joke. I was gonna say another gold lining that we kind of passed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move on. All right. Rankings are not going to move much of these last couple of weeks, are they, Joe?
No. It is what it is. I mean, if Brentwood Academy takes care of business, I think they're number 1 to close out the year. Or if they lose, the winner of Ravenwood Oakland takes over that top spot. So Blackman, Green Hill, they finished as top 5 teams. I think it's great statements in the year for both of those programs. And really, really impressed by how Green Hill turned their year around after a bit of a rough start where they were 1-2, and Blackman just did their thing all year with that defense.
Yeah, and don't let that semifinal score fool you. I mean, they were down for a little while, but they at least try to keep it respectable. I mean, I thought they had a decent showing, Cam.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent showing too. And the fight, I think that's what you can take away from the Blaze. It's real easy. Would have been real easy to come out in the second half and really fold with the way Oakley come out and hit them with a couple shots early.
Yeah.
But Blackman showed resolve. They fought back, made it a 28-14 game, and then that drive by Oakland in the fourth quarter was, as Coach Greasy said, a thing of beauty. And that's what Oakland prides itself on, right? They ran pretty much the same play the whole drive, and Blackman had no answer. It was 14 plays, 67 yards, 9.5 minutes off the clock, and you score a touchdown, and the game is over.
Right.
It got down to under 5 minutes to go, and I don't know if it was you or it might have been Carl, great photographer that we talked to all the time.
I've seen him at all this year, man.
Yeah, I've seen him at multiple games, but it may have been me and him on the sideline, and I said, when are they going to start calling their timeouts? And we got to talking. It's like, I don't think they know what to do. because they didn't think that it looked like they didn't think that they could stop them, and then
I mean they score with 11 and a half to go. It's 28-14. You're thinking, okay, they ain't gonna stop here. This is a ball game, and then all of a sudden it's just pound and pound and pound, and you look up and 5 minutes have gone off the clock. And that was one of the most impressive drives I've seen in quite some time. And
to do that at the 6A level, to be able to play like you're a 2A school with doing nothing but just running the ball straight down the throat at the 6A level is just ridiculous. Only Oakland could do that.
Yeah. All right, let's go medium class. It's Page FRA, BGA, Pearl Cone. All four of those are headed to Chattanooga and then Beach in the 5 spot.
Yeah, kind of along the same lines as large class. Page takes care of business. To me, the end of the year is our number one medium class team, and if they don't, the winner of BGA FRA takes over. Unless Pearl Cone does the unthinkable and they upset Alcoa, because they do that, I'm moving them to number one. I don't care what anybody says.
Right? Yeah. I mean, they make their case by doing that all on its own.
Pearl Cone already did their job by saving me from having to watch an offense from the 1920s at State.
Really resilient win for Pearl last week. That first quarter, honestly,
you're still going to get to see that, by the way, Isaac.
First and second quarter, it was just kind of rough to watch.
Just not as much of it.
Now, are you talking about Huntington?
Yes.
Huntington's a little more dynamic, I think, than South Gibson is.
It's very similar, though.
Yeah,
they were not dynamic in that Milan game. They pounded the rock, but anyway.
They did against East Robertson, and it worked too.
Pony up.
Yep.
But yeah, no, those four teams, excited to see them all this week in Chattanooga. God, man, that BGA FR game I'm so excited about.
That's a shame. It is the first game of the weekend because that's a great matchup. And yeah, I'm going to have to hide and try to watch that game at work. So I didn't say that, by the way. Small class. I mean, it's Nashville Christian, the last team standing.
Yeah. I mean, they took care of business. They're the last one standing. Simple as that.
And hold on, I just want to mention something real quick because I had somebody mention it today at work with the Jared Curtis news and stuff. That Nashville Christian team is a heck of a lot more than just Jared Curtis.
It is.
That Nashville Christian team is so talented. You got TJ Ward's a 4-star going to TCU. They got a couple of receivers that's going to go play college football. They've got a lineman that's going to go play college football. They're extremely, extremely talented.
Yeah, TJ Ward on any other team would be like a daily, or weekly story anywhere else. But the fact that he has a 5-star standing next to him is just like, what do you do? Yeah,
and I'll be honest with you, I'll just throw it out there. Maybe TJ flips and goes to Vandy.
That would just, I don't have words for that. If we had him flip, have Omaria going to Vandy, have all the best players in the city of Nashville going to Vandy.
Cam, you're going to give him chills. He's going to need more coats. So
yeah.
Party like it's 1926.
Literally. No, 1915.
Yeah. All right, let's do 3 stars of the week. Paul came out a little later today than usual, but it is live on our website, 6preps.com. Now through noon on Friday for the 3 stars of the week for last week's game, those Division I semifinals. Pretty good little list right here as well, but we'll go back to the week 14 3 stars with Max Curry from BGA as our first star, LJ Funk from Polcona as the second star, and Ravenwood's Matthew Anderson getting first stars.
Yeah, big week. Max Curry. Still haven't seen Caden Marable anywhere.
Well,
you'll see him soon.
You will see him in a couple days.
Yeah, exactly.
So, definitely. And then you get to the week off this week. Since BGA did not play, he's not one of the finalists for this week, only because they did not play. Femi Babalola for Ravenwood, 3 of 6 passing, 56 yards and a touchdown, had 9 carries, 81 yards and a score in that win over Southwind. Grady Casey from Page, 6 tackles, 2 for a loss, had a sack and an interception. They beat Centennial 43-21. Maverick Chance, 6 of 11, passing 105 yards and a score, 17 carries, 86 yards, 3 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. Cameron Cruzy for Page, 15 of 16, passing 181 yards and 3 scores. Pearl Cone's Carmelo League, 16 tackles, 3 for a loss and a sack in that win over South Gibson. Landon Left, 8 carries, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Also had 4 tackles and an interception on defense. Jalen Pollard for Ravenwood, 9 tackles, a pick, and that 65-yard fumble return for a touchdown. And then Amarian Starnes for Pearl Cone, 8 carries, 63 yards, and a score. 2 passes caught for 56 yards, and also return a kickoff for a touchdown as well. And then Craig Tutt from Oakland, 159 yards rushing on 21 carries, had 3 touchdowns, caught 4 passes for 64 yards, and another score in their win over Blackman. So those are the finalists. Yeah, Superman. Yeah. He acted like it. Those are our finalists this week. Go vote now. 615preps.com up until noon Friday. And we will announce those 3 stars on this show next week, and also from the championship games as well, as those votes will take a little bit earlier next week.
Yep.
All right. Let's talk real quick about our fine sponsor.
Chris.
Timeout. Scott, what you got?
Line of the week.
We do. Oh, yep. Getting ahead of myself here. Line of the week goes to that Oakland offense.
Yep. Oakland offense, 226 yards rushing, 131 yards passing, 357 total yards against that stout Blackman defense. Took care of business, and for that reason, the Oakland offensive line is our line of the week.
Yeah, that offensive performance was something else. Not only that drive, but really the start of the game. There used to be a chant when a couple of those coaching members were at Trousdale that we would do before we ran out through the sign, and it goes something along the lines of, "What are you going to do? Look them in the eye, then what? Hit them in the mouth. What are you going to do? Look them in the eye, then what? Hit them in the mouth." And that's exactly what Oakland did.
I was just sitting there thinking it was keep your eyes up, don't trip.
A lot of teams could use that advice.
Yeah, for sure. Let's take care of some bills real quick. Let's talk about AccuWorks. AccuWorks is a full-service property damage restoration company that offers around-the-clock emergency service 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for the past 20 years in Middle Tennessee. Jeff Stockton and his team of industry veterans specialize in restoration projects for your home or business, fire restoration, smoke cleaning, water damage and mold remediation, storm damage restoration, general contracting, and much more. Our commitment is to assess each situation quickly and correctly to provide you the most efficient and complete restoration plan that meets your specific needs. AccuWorks performs emergency service and restoration for property owners across Middle Tennessee. With locations in Nashville and near you, our professional staff are minutes away from helping with your property damage emergency. Quality work, professionalism, and integrity have been the backbone of our company since 2006. Call us now at 615-292-2009 or toll free 888-779-2228 or visit our website at AccuWorks.com. All right, let's bring the guys back in here. Definitely thank AccuWorks for their support all season long. It's been awesome to have them on as a title sponsor of this show and our scoreboard show on Saturdays as well. Guys, let's talk about these championship games. We'll start in 1A. Not really either of our area teams, but South Pitt and McKenzie will go. That'll be the afternoon game on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, what do you say? We've seen these two teams in the 1A state championship for the past, 4 years, 5 years?
Well, Mace beat South Pitt last year.
Mace beat South Pitt, yeah. But I mean, just these two teams.
You've seen them play each other. I think this might be the 4th or 5th time. Unfortunately for McKenzie, I don't believe McKenzie has been able to beat them.
No.
It's been their arch nemesis. Yeah.
Seeing
English is hard sometimes.
But it's real hard when you're from Narnia. Anyway, Narnia knows a thing or two about South Pittsburgh, and they know that when the Pirates make it to play for a championship, they're the real deal. And if you've seen any film on them this year, They're extremely talented. They're big. They're long. They have 3 or 4 guys that can take it to the house at any time. Unlike last year, they have a guy that has I'm blanking on his name right now at the moment, but they have a quarterback that has stepped in, and it's allowed Deion Cooper and Jamichael Buckner to kind of man things at the running back and speed position. And that's one thing South Pittsburgh knows better than a lot of schools at this small class level is speed, and they got a ton of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you really look at it, we talked about it earlier in the week just in our group chat. This South Pitt team could realistically contend for a 3A state title. Now, obviously, Westview is the favorite there. We'll get to that one in a bit, but South Pitt's just kind of loaded. And this is not discrediting McKenzie at all. But, man, when you really look at it, when South Pitt's played teams that have had a pulse this year, they got the one loss. Outside of that, though, man, they just kind of dominated everybody. McKenzie started off the year rough. They had an ugly loss to Huntingdon. I know South Pitt lost against Silverdale Academy. So both these teams are just rattle off win after win. But to me, man, it's just that until they get past South Pitt, it's hard to really pick McKenzie in this one, especially with as good as South Pitt is this year and with how motivated they are after really getting embarrassed in last year's championship game.
Yeah, and South Pitt's 13-1 with, as you said, a tough schedule. They played a quarterfinal Red Bank team, won 31-7. Mm-hmm. They played a Sequatchie County team, beat them 40-6. That's a Sequatchie County team that was a semifinalist the year before. South Pitt's played a tremendous schedule. McKenzie has played what's in front of them. We heard Michael Odom last week say that, in the past, McKenzie has probably benefited a little bit from a weaker schedule to say outside of 1 or 2 opponents. One good thing if you're a Rebels fan that I would look at, though, you played arguably one of the better teams that you've faced this season last week, and you blanked them 39-0. That's a Fayetteville team that was extremely hot going into that game, scoring a ton of points, and you put up a donut. So it's going to be an interesting 1A game, but, man, South Pittsburgh's just got so many guys.
Yeah, you can say that about McKenzie, but, I mean, again, you could also say that about South Pitt. They played a team that definitely had a pulse behind them with Caulfield, who I don't have a reason was just, like, my sweetheart this entire year. I don't know why. I really like Caulfield. I just did. I knew they probably weren't going to beat South Pitt. I still picked them to, but it's, it's what happened. It's happened. Cam, I know I've talked to you about this. I don't know if I've said this to anybody else, or asked you the question. I posed the question to you that if not for Narnia existing, would South Pitt be the dominant power that everyone talks about as the blue blood in small class football in Tennessee high school football? And
100.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
100%. And if you look at the late 90s from 94, well, really, you can even just say the whole entire 90s. Trousdale County's got state championships in 90, 93, 97, 98. South Pittsburgh's got championships. I believe it's 94, 96, and 99. I mean, you're talking like 7 out of 10 state championships between the two in the 90s. So
yeah, and I'm kind of. I mean, you never know what the future holds, but I'm kind of hesitant or kind of not worried necessarily, but that we're at the beginning of a period of South Pitt being what Narnia is, just becoming the
gold standard. That's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
I'm going to be interested to see. South Pittsburgh hasn't given up. They gave up points last week? 7 points last week. Does their defense take that as another challenge? And how do they react if McKenzie comes out and jumps on top early? Those are things that I'm looking forward to seeing as far as how these teams match up. But that South Pittsburgh team is just so good on so many levels.
Let's take a look at 2A with Marion County and Huntingdon. That is the middle game on Saturday.
Most intriguing matchup of the weekend for me. It's we want to run the football versus we want to run the football. And it's going to be small class Tennessee high school football fun.
So Joe Spears is going to hate this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the hardest game for me to pick.
Yeah.
I think going into it, because I was reading all the comments that Huntington people were posting, about the last couple of weeks. Obviously, they didn't like that we picked against them when it came to East Robertson, and everybody was picking them to, finish last in their region. And I look back and I see some things, and they're not wrong. I think there were a lot of questions about this Huntington team going into the year. Gray Eubanks graduated, and his younger brother, I think, has been tearing it up for him as well. But they had a lot of questions, and, man, they've answered every call. That offensive line is physical. Defensively, they play really well, and they finally got over that hump of Milan. Milan's kind of been standing in their way recently. And then Marion County, they just gotten better every week since that York game at the end of the season. Really impressive win over Gornsville a couple of weeks ago. Really impressive win last week against Eagleton. I think this could be one of the better games of the weekend. It could be a defensive slugfest. But to me, what this comes down to a little bit is I think when you compare Marion County against Milan last year, Milan was very one-dimensional. And their quarterback going out early, it really hurt them. Huntington's got about 4 or 5 guys that can kill you. And they run kind of a similar offense to South Gibson. So I think they're not all that one-dimensional with who gets the ball. It's just going to be a matter of, can Marion County slow that down? Can Huntington slow down Marion County? This was a hard game to pick, and wasn't comfortable with who I picked in the end, but we'll have those later. But I am actually excited about this one, Isaac. I'm excited to see Huntington. I haven't seen them in a couple of years. I like that coaching staff. I'm really excited about it.
Well, I'm just excited to see a team that I haven't seen in Chattanooga for a very long. I've never seen in Chattanooga or in state for a while, so I'm happy to see a new team in Huntington.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm kind of dampered on is Marion has went to their block style logo, like Mount St. Union, I guess you would say, in D3.
The MC.
Well, no, they went to, it says Marion with a big bar underneath the bottom of it. I missed the tomahawk, man. I missed the spear. They used to have the chrome type spear like what East Robertson has, and that with the purple and chrome, it always looked really, really good. Marion County, we mentioned it a couple weeks ago, is an extremely tough place to go play. They're not playing there now. They're playing in Chattanooga, so it's right down the road. But
I was about to say, this is probably going to be a home game for Marion.
It's going to be a huge crowd from Jasper. Huntington's going to bring a crowd too. I remember in the 2012 game against Gordonsville, their last state championship game appearance in football, and that game was a lot closer than it probably should have been. But Huntington brought a crowd, and they definitely played a factor in that ball game.
Absolutely nobody's going to be in Carroll County this weekend.
To me, this game's going to come down to Marion County's offensive line and backs. Can they get to that second level and stop the linebackers from Huntington creating havoc? The linebackers at Huntington are just very, very good. They're very quick. They fill holes really well. And I think that is, we look at the trenches, but that second level, if Huntington tackles well, and their linebackers are active and help control that scrimmage, but Huntington's offense is enough to carry the day.
Yeah, I'm kind of on exactly what you said, but opposite. Huntington is absolutely massive up front, and that's going to play a factor here. Marion's not nearly as big as Huntington. And Huntington's going to lean on you. They're a pretty nasty group. I sent a video from a couple weeks ago in the East Robertson game on the opening drive, and they had they sent a message to Zach Groves on the first drive, and it set the tone. And they got 15 yards for it, but they sent a message to Zach Groves on the first drive, and it stuck. And through the playoffs, it's hard to say in 2A. They've probably been the hottest team.
Yeah.
3A's got Gatlinburg, Pittman, and Westview. That's going to be the morning game on Friday.
Great uniform matchup.
Yeah.
If they go right, yes. but the colors are almost identical. That's kind of what Joe's getting at. Hopefully Gatlinburg-Pittman wears black to kind of offset that a little bit. But the Highlanders making their first state championship game appearance since 1991, I believe. So huge for them. Westview back again after coming up with silver last year. They don't get to see Alcoa this year. Both these teams had the same thing. Hey, they finally don't have to see Alcoa. So one of them is going to win a gold ball, and it's going to be exciting. I don't know if y'all have seen the video or not, but Gatlinburg-Pittman posted a video from their semifinal win last week. There's going to be a ton of people from Gatlinburg-Pittman down there, and they're loud and they're raucous and they're used to the cold, so it's going to be fun.
Again, what I was saying with Huntington, getting to see a new team in state, cannot describe how excited I am to see Gatlinburg-Pittman in state. It's kind of like Sevier County was with last year and Sevier County getting back this year. But with Gatlinburg-Pittman, they've been good. They've been consistently good. They just had to play Alcoa in the second round every single year, or second or third round every single year.
And there was a couple of those years that was a state championship game, whether people want to admit it or not.
So I'm unfathomably excited to get to see Gatlinburg-Pittman in state this year.
This game could go a while. You've got two quarterbacks who absolutely love to sling the ball here. You have Graham Simpson, who's if not, it's got to be the second best quarterback in the state. Second or third maybe. But you've got Tyson Sutton for Gatlinburg-Pittman's 2,600 yards, 23 touchdowns. This has all the indications of a game that could be, the last team with the ball wins. I mean, if you want defense, I don't know that you get it in this game.
No, and to me, the biggest difference in this one to me is going to be Asa Barnes.
Yep.
It's damn near impossible to slow down Grant Simpson and Asa Barnes. That kid's a future SEC back more than likely, and he's been on a tear. He's been arguably their best player over the last 4 weeks. And if you slow him down, you're going to lead. They're a hard matchup. But last week, Gatlinburg-Pittman did a great job against Tyner. Defensively, they've shut down the Rams. Nobody's really been able to do that this year. But I just think Westview's a different challenge, and I think Graham's going to have a pretty decent day. But man, I think by the time it's all said and done, if Westview's holding gold at the end, Asa's going to be your championship MVP.
Yeah, and you can't leave out. We mentioned how great Graham is, and Asa definitely sets the tone for them. But you can't leave out the receivers. Dantes Joy, Miles Brown, both really, really athletic out wide, and they're big guys. They're both over 6 foot, 180 pounds or so apiece. Extremely talented, and they love to throw that short game and get those guys out in space.
But you go. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
Cam, I want to stop you for a second because we gotta answer this question real quick because you talked about this other night on the field.
It was considered, but I elected to try to put the last nail in the coffin myself.
Merle had a good idea. I will give him credit for that. I would have liked to have seen it
since I have won the belt by default, because you'll see later. Because I've won the belt, we were talking and we said that I was going to let my 2-year-old nephew pick my picks just to rub it in Joe's face.
I'm not the one that finished in second. I'm not the one that just handed you the belt.
True.
Yeah.
That's about like a Brentwood guy.
I would have.
I mean, and also it's not on this show tonight either.
Says the guy that's finishing second to last right now, Connor.
If that's so, why didn't I pick Antioch every time?
That's true.
You're not the mayor of Antioch.
No.
But
no, he's not.
But Cam, you brought up in this game. You brought up the great receivers for Westview, and Joe, you brought up Asa Barnes, but there are athletes on that other side too. Braylon Maples, the running back for Gatlinburg-Pittman.
Number 3.
1,200. Yeah,
Yeah.
1,200 yards, 27 touchdowns. They've got a 1,000-yard receiver in Elijah Spence. This I just think that this sets up to be a very, very good game that may not be, put to bed until late in the game.
The one question I have, or at least one hope, I guess, for this game, Gatlinburg Pittman, it would be amazing if you brought your bagpipe player and had him walk out on the field.
Yes.
I'd love to see
yes.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
FRA, I know FRA, for their home games, they do bagpipe players too. You guys need to bring them to Chattanooga.
Another huge factor in this game. Last year, Westview versus Alcoa. Now, Gatlinburg Pittman is not Alcoa, but Gatlinburg Pittman is very large up front. They had Graham Simpson running for his life last year. Can Westview's offensive line hold up a little bit better and give him time to find those guys?
Let's go to 4A, where it's Pearl Cone and Alcoa running it back.
Come on,
a couple years ago.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Cam and I talked about it. I'm at the Pearl Cone game last week, and I'm just checking the updates. And before I could blink, Alcoa was up 21-0 on Greenville. Nobody does that to Greenville this year. They did just that. Thomas Manu clicked. Everything's clicking. Cole's got an uphill challenge, to say the least.
It's definitely an uphill challenge. I'm just going to put it to you bluntly. If the Alcoa team that showed up last week shows up again this week, they're winning the gold ball. There's not much Pearl can do about that. But if the Alcoa team that has shown up a couple other times this year shows up, Pearl Cone can win this football game. They have to get a couple breaks, in my opinion. They have to be able to hold their own against Micah Jones. Micah Jones is the guy that makes Alcoa's offense go. Their quarterback is extremely efficient. As I've said multiple times on the show, he's an 80+% completion rate passer. They've got a great receiver in Jameer Dean. He's also a great basketball player. You'll see him probably go play college basketball somewhere, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But Micah Jones is their dude. And you saw Pearl struggle at times against the run last week against South Gibson. Alcoa is going to see that, and they're going to give Micah Jones the ball. Micah Jones is about 6'1" and about 220 pounds. You got to tackle him. If you miss tackles, he's going to make you pay.
He is their Zion.
Yes.
Yeah. Pearl did something last week, and I mentioned, I think, on this on Instagram Live that we did. Not only have they gotten better every week, I think they're playing much more disciplined ball. We saw that. We saw a team last week try to get them to lose their composure, and they did a really good job of maintaining their tempers and letting the other team put themselves behind the 8 ball. So if Pearl's got to, first of all, they have to believe they can win. They have to come out confident. They have to believe that, they have to break that Alcoa mystique by coming out there and playing Pearl Cone Firebird football and just keep the pressure on them. Just be themselves and play and not get caught up in, late hits, things of that nature. If they play their game, they can score with anybody. They absolutely can score. And I mean, last week I've seen Pearl teams that may have folded up and, getting down 21-0. That team last week showed me that they have grown so much from the beginning of the season that Alcoa better watch out or they're going to find themselves behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, just the second ever meeting between the two. They played in the 2019 3A, 4A state championship, 3A state championship, and
3A.
Alcoa shut them out 27-0. So
the one thing
same exact date too.
Go ahead, Isaac.
I was just going. I think it was. Well, it might have been one of you guys in our group chat that said the interesting thing about the 4A state championship this year is that it's being played by a technical 2A and 3A team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pearl Cone with 2A numbers, now Alcoa with 3A numbers. Pretty cool deal there. Pearl Cone. One thing that I'll add, we've talked about coaches that schedule tough on purpose. Coach Brunetti scheduled extremely tough to start the year. He plays Oakland, he plays CPA, he plays a couple other tough opponents. This is why. This is why.
Procon don't duck nobody.
Yeah, so many people were like, well, why is Procon still ranked even though they were like 0-4 or 1-5 or whatever? Well, this is why.
Yep.
This is why we told you they'd be in this position, or at least had a chance to get here, and here they are.
Yeah. Yep.
In the words of the great Cameron Reed, Earl, in the dadgum game.
Also, I do want to address this comment just because why do so many people dislike Alcoa? Yeah, Procon. I just got a comment on Instagram. Procon also scrimmaged Brentwood Academy like they do every year. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think it's more of a matter of, I think people, trust me, I'm not like that Alcoa because of a column I wrote 2 years ago. Proved to be right anyway. People like to see difference. Like, let's just think about it. Nobody likes the Kansas City Chiefs right now because they keep winning Super Bowls. Nobody likes Patriots. Nobody likes.
If you're not a fan of that school, you do not like to see continuation. You do not like to see a team be dominant for 15 years. Yep. It's natural. And I'm sure we probably got assistant coaches for Alcoa watching the show again, just like last year. Hello, we'll see you after the game. Good luck.
Thanks for watching.
Maybe you win, maybe you're not. But it's nothing personal, guys. It is nothing personal, and it doesn't mean that we hate them. You know, they're a great football program. That's the end of the day. This team is as dominant as it is because it's a program, not a team. And this program is the most dominant program that we've seen in this state. There's no doubt about that. But at some point, it's got to end.
Well, and also too, and it's more about what adults have done because the kids have worked their butts off and they've earned every bit of it. There's no question about that. The adults could have made a decision to move them up sooner. They chose not to. They chose to stay in 3A. I mean, if they were trying to go up for 10 in a row, if that was their goal, well, they accomplished it. But at the same time, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself in the postseason. I don't give a rat's ass about what you do in the regular season. In the postseason, they didn't play anybody the last 10 years.
Yeah,
they played a couple of pretty good Gatlinburg Pittman teams, and that was about it.
That was about it.
And I've said it throughout the year. If they get it done, this is the most impressive run they've had since I've been
100%.
I'm thoroughly impressed with Alcoa this year.
Yes.
I know they think I hate them. I don't. I trust me. I grew up a fan of a team that does exactly what you guys do. They throttle you, but anyway. Yeah. I grew up watching it. Cam grew up watching Trousdale do it. So.
Yeah.
The way that we feel about Alcoa right now. The way that we feel about Alcoa right now is how most of people in this area, at least where I'm from, feel about Trousdale County for the past 15 years.
They've earned every piece that they've gotten, and this is good for high school football in this state because now they're having to challenge themselves in the postseason where it really counts.
Yeah, just have your
fans for the sport
out for once.
Yes.
Yeah, actually have a crowd.
It's the part of it. Part of it I understand is jealousy. How can a team win year in, year out? They must be doing something janky. They don't. I mean, there's a whole system in that county out there that's feeding into Maryville, Alcoa, now Eagleton. I mean, there's a whole system that is in place out there, and that takes years to build. And we see it now with Oakland. I
will say this: William Blunt and Heritage wishes that they could hit the undo button on all this stuff that's happened in the last 30 years because they've not been very good while these other schools in the county have been dominant.
Somebody's going to finish last, Cam. But I mean, part of it is, why do people hate Alcoa? Because are they jealous? Absolutely. Because let's face it, if they could get their program where Alcoa is, they do it in a heartbeat. The other one is just we said. I mean, you can only thump your chest so long, being where you're at, beating up on clearly inferior talent, before it just becomes, just an exercise in futility. Okay, yeah, you did it. Challenge yourself, and that's what people were asking of the Alcoa program. It was nothing against the kids. The kids play who's in front of them.
Yep.
Not even inferior talent, just under, just not even fair. It's not even in the same ballpark. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, people want to see teams play the best, and I would love to see Alcoa play these 5 and 6A schools in the postseason, just because they would put it on some of them, and most of them, honestly.
Just think about
it's
it
that
this
good
way.
of a program.
Just think about it this way: Greenville took Sevier County to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Alcoa thumped Greenville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alcoa beat Maryville.
I mean,
Alcoa beat Maryville.
We're talking about it. We're talking about it because they're good enough to be talked about.
Yeah.
But
and quite frankly,
look at who Pearl scheduled. They knew that that if they make it to the state championship, they're either playing Greenville or Alcoa. They knew it was one of those two. So why not schedule who you scheduled to get there?
Yep.
And we saw it. I think it was last year, maybe last year and the year before last. They played Ravenwood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Yeah. So I mean, it's and if Alcoa wins, it, congratulations to them, because they earned it. They went up there. Not that they didn't earn it the other years, but they have really fought for it this year, and it just proves just how that they can win it the next. Hey, next year maybe you should jump up to 5.
Yeah, and for as many times that we have said this, commended the program and commended the kids for Alcoa. If you're an assistant high school football coach and you feel some type of way about some guys talking about your program, look in the mirror, dude. Like, seriously.
Yeah. I just want to put it out there. I'm not saying anything. I'm just here. I'm here so I don't get fined. I'm not doing anything.
I'm gonna bring a poster board for that assistant coach with an arrow to Joe Spears.
I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything this time.
But no, it will be the most impressive run for an Alcoa team to win a state championship if they win this one.
And if Pearl wins, I mean, whoever wins, just the gauntlet these teams had to go through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's deserving. It's simple as that.
You wonder if they're going to have enough energy to really celebrate, because, I mean, they've had to go through it.
And one thing I will say, in the past, we have seen Alcoa's crowds not be so great because of longevity. I don't know if y'all have seen the film from the Greenville game. They had a great crowd.
Good.
Alcoa had a great crowd.
That's good to hear.
One difference here, being in 4A, they play on Saturday. Yep. They don't play at 10 a.m. on Friday.
It's true.
Come on out. Come to Chattanooga, and let's have a ball on Saturday morning.
But I've noticed those student sections were weak the past few years, and if your team's playing a state championship, you got to let the kids go.
Yeah.
So, no excuse for that. Anyway, on with it. Let's go to 5A. Another rematch, Sevier County and Page. And Page trying to get the monkey off their back.
For what it's worth.
Well, it's not a monkey anymore.
For what it's worth.
It's King Kong.
None of us went to Page's Thanksgiving Day practice.
Do not blame us.
Not because we didn't like them.
No.
Not because we didn't like pancakes.
Yeah.
Trying anything.
They make some really good pancakes. I can attest to it.
Yeah,
there's a decent chance that if Page wins, we may go to the celebratory party. I mean, it's that big of a deal. It's that big of a deal. It's this is a. I don't know if I've ever seen it. A team that has been this many years in a row that's come up just a little bit short, whether it be from a talent standpoint or from just bad luck standpoint. But this game, it's shaped. We know what to expect from last year, in my opinion. We know what both teams are going to bring to the table. It's going to come down to which team makes the least amount of mistakes. Last year, Page made way too many mistakes early in that ball game to win that game. It's too little, too late. It's going to be interesting to see. Does Page come out and have the shakes? It's easy to have the shakes when you've struggled over the last 4 years. Does Sevier County come out and, think that they're a little overconfident maybe? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I think we know what to expect as far as from both teams, but I think it's going to be a little bit different this year because last year, as amazing as that Page team was, that defense was just insane. This Page offense is different. It's just different. It's going to be a lot. I think it's going to be a lot more of a
shootout.
A fun game, but yeah, like more of a shootout, more competitive on that offensive side.
And for me, I think Page is due for a break or two to go their way in these championship games. They've been snake bitten the last few years.
100%. And I'll touch on Isaac's point just real quickly. Last year, I think it was either the principal or the athletic director for Sevier County on the sideline because I was on their sideline shooting in the first half. He literally said, "We just got to get to 20. We just got to get to 20. 20 won't be enough on Friday."
No.
Yeah, no, I mean, Cameron Crucey's going to come up big for him here. He's been so efficient this year running in, passing the ball. It felt like last year they were kind of trying to do too much at the quarterback position, switching out guys. I know William Weebush had a great season. Maybe what happens if Mitchell Grandjean does it? Who's to say? It didn't play out that way. I think the big difference here is the offensive line's a year older, arguably the best offensive line we have in our area, maybe in the state. And then you have that stable of running backs with James Pierre and Isaac Odie, who each week. They just rotate who pops off. It's going to be big. I mean, it's going to be hard for Sevier County to account for all that when, Page has got all the weapons they have outside with Kane Ackerman. Knight's playing right wide receiver now. He didn't have to do that a whole lot during the regular season. Page has got guys. Sevier County's got guys. I mean, this has potential to be the best game of the weekend for sure. Got to find a way to slow down Cooper Newman. Not a whole lot of teams have. Go back and watch that GCA Knox game. See what they did because they're the one team to beat Sevier County during this run.
To me, the most intriguing matchup on this is going to be Knight Wilson and Parker Newman. Parker Newman is Cooper, of course, is his brother, so he's his favorite receiver. But to watch what Parker did last week in their game, 107 yards receiving. He got first downs when they needed him. I just think that Page's defensive line, they have a really good chance to keep Newman on his back foot. They can keep him on his back, throwing off his back foot, keep him under pressure. Good things can happen, and they get those breaks that Chris was talking about. You get an interception here, or you get a fumble there. Page's line, the trench, that is Rathbone's specialty, the trenches. If he wins the trenches and uses those effectively, then Sevier County is going to be in trouble.
This matchup for me, I think Page will be okay on the offensive side of the ball. The matchup of the game, in my opinion, is Knight Wilson versus Bryson Hedrick, number 0 for Sevier County. He is an extremely talented receiver, a little bit of a smaller guy, but he has a flair for the dramatic. He is, if I'm not mistaken, he might have been the guy that blocked the kick last year.
He was.
Yep. So, extremely talented player. I believe he broke their school record for touchdowns this year. Had 17, I believe, this year. So, they have to find a way to contain him.
I think it's a get-back game for Jonathan Baba, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
I think it's a get-back game for him. I'm expecting him to make a big kick this week.
Not only that, but field position too. Sevier County is not going to have short fields with him kicking off because he can consistently put it out the back of the end zone. And every time I see him kick off, I kind of fight the urge to say Baba Booey.
Jesus.
That's bad.
Baba Booey.
I'll own it.
Page has to get off, though. They got to get off to a better start than they did last week, or week 4 last, excuse me.
Last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah, really, last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've got to get off to, I don't know whether they're just coming out tight or if, but they just need to believe in themselves. and come out and play their game. And to me, and just get out of their heads and just play ball. They do that, everything's going to take care of itself.
Let's go with 6A, Saturday night's season capper, Oakland and Ravenwood. And it's a matchup we've been wanting for a couple of years, and we're getting it.
Yeah, we got it in the regular season the last 2 years, or just last year?
Last year.
Yeah, and it was a great game. 1 point game. I think it's 32-31. Ravenwood won at Oakland, which is pretty rare. But yeah, it's unfortunate with Oakland's injuries that we're not getting 100% Oakland, but at the same time, Superman showed up last Friday, and that's bad news for the Raptors.
Yeah, but their Supermen have shown up almost every week too. I mean, Maverick Chance has had an incredible season, and then Femi's.
We can call Maverick Joker because he likes to wear that Joker pull-up face thing. So
yeah.
It's such a good matchup. It's the one we deserve. These teams match up so well with each other. For that Ravenwood defense to hold Southwind to 25 points last week, that's a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you saw their secondary step up. You saw Pollard make play after play. I mean, he had almost 10 tackles. Had probably the play of the game with the fumble recovery. It looked like the play was stopped. The ball pops out at the bottom. He picks it up and runs out the backside, and everybody's turning around looking what is going on.
Kind of reminded of his dad.
Yeah.
Joe, you brought up a really good thing, and if you think about it,
thank you.
Ravenwood's offense. Here I'll reach through the screen and pat you on the back. If you think about it, Ravenwood's big thing has been their offense. That's been what people have talked about this year. Their defense showed out last week and stopped Southwind. Oakland all year long has been about their defense. It's been about their defense. So what happens last week? Their offense comes out and puts it up against a really good Blackman defensive team. Both of these teams are playing complementary football at the absolute most critical time of the year. And now we have a head-on collision by two of the teams that are actually playing their best football right now.
I'm excited. I'm so excited for this one. I mean, you could not ask for a better game to close out the season with than this.
Right.
Yep.
And the football guys have delivered for us this year. We got Beach Page. Sorry to all the Beach fans watching. Matt's not here, so but we got Beach Page, and then we got freaking Ravenwood Oakland to close out the year. BGA, FRA, and Baylor Brentwood Academy. Come on now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. The headliners have delivered for sure. Let's start in Division II Single A. Obviously, Nashville Christian. We've mentioned them a lot in this show against USJ.
Is there somebody playing for Nashville Christian this game is there something going on in this game that we should know about?
Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of a big deal.
Isaac?
D2 1A, so I mean, you can't really use. Oh, yeah, Jared Curtis.
So it is as much as
you can't just
as much as he and TJ steal the headlines here. It's going to come down to their defense. USJ is no slouch. Those guys can put up a bunch of points. They got a great quarterback, running back situation. Isaac, you saw it firsthand against PCA. I think they scored very quick. I mean, they had 17.
PCA, like an amazing season for PCA. I was really rooting for them, but USJ on that field versus PCA was just. It was you could tell that USJ was just better, and the way that USJ was with PCA. Now they're going to play Nashville Christian. PCA's got some big guys. They got some big dudes up front, especially. But so does Nashville Christian, and PCA doesn't have a 5-star quarterback and a 4-star running back.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's going to be a difference from an athletic standpoint when you're comparing PCA to Nashville Christian outside of Jared and TJ.
Just a little bit.
And I look at guys like Colin Romero that transferred in to Nashville Christian this year. Mm-hmm. That was an all-region defensive lineman in his former region when he was at Heritage. You look at that type of player. You look at Gavin Drulow. You look at a couple of those other guys. Yeah. I mean, they're extremely talented. The big thing for me they may not be able to stop that USJ rushing attack, but if they can make them go drive the ball and not give up big plays, that could be enough in this game to get separation.
Even if they can't stop that rushing attack, I just don't see USJ being able to stop anything that Nashville Christian can do. Nashville Christian, I could see a similar game to what Nashville Christian had with Tyner this year, where it was a high-scoring game and Nashville Christian couldn't really stop Tyner, but Tyner couldn't keep up in the end. I could sort of see that happening, but I just don't see a possibility of USJ being able to stop Nashville Christian.
Yeah.
Watch this.
To me, in this game, you look at the players. Yeah, Creech is a really good quarterback. Throws the ball well. 33 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Pugh is a really good runner. You look at Pugh. But the thing is that Jared Curtis makes so many things happen with his legs, with his brain. If he decides to run, he's not going to go around you. He's going to go through you. If you put a spy on him, he's going to throw over you. I mean, he's just, to me, he is definitely the X factor. But the other guys around him absolutely have to perform. I mean, you can't play. It's not a 1 against 11. Absolutely, they do. But I think that his legs make such a big difference in the way he plays the game. And possibly now that his mind is a little bit at ease, if he eases into this game, it may be a long night for the Bruins. It may very well could be.
I think it's going to be another big TJ Ward game, guys. I think you have to sell out for one of these guys. You have to, and it's just so hard. And we kind of forget, man. TJ rushed for over 200 yards last year against Columbia Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think he had 2 touchdowns. And it just seems like he's been putting up good numbers here in the postseason. He's quietly been doing it. And it just seems like Thursday, it's going to be where he just pops off and he makes that statement like, hey, man, I'm here too. And I'm closing out my career with another standout performance. They could rush for 400 yards in this game potentially.
I think Coach Brothers would love for that to be the case. If TJ puts up those kind of numbers, I think that Coach Brothers just absolutely loves it. I also think that if that's the case, Nashville Christian just runs all over USJ.
Yeah, there's a reason that Jared Curtis isn't the only person from Nashville Christian that's in the football finals.
Yep.
This is honestly, in my opinion, one of 2 games on Thursday that it may seem far-fetched, but when you really think about it, it's really not. You could see 1,000 yards in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, in my opinion, a possibility for the best uniform matchup of the entire weekend.
Baby on white, not baby on baby. Please.
Tell them.
Don't wear the jammies.
Just for reference, if you want to compare similar opponents, USJ beat Jackson Christian 27-0. They beat TCA 31-28. No, you don't want to do comparisons like that, but sometimes it does matter.
Yep. Yeah. Look at the AA matchup, which will be the first game on Thursday, BGA and FRA.
What a way to start the weekend, guys.
Yeah.
I'm still
excited. Flipping a coin on this one. I'm still flipping a coin on this.
BGA had quite a few guys out in that first matchup, I do know. FRA figured out their quarterback situation, and Nimitz has been incredible. BGA, just such a physical team. Just look at these scores. FRA, God, they can put up a ton of points, man. So I don't know. This one was hard to pick, but whoever wins this deserves it. Let's run it back again next year because I think both these teams are going to be pretty damn good again next season.
Yeah. To me, this you can throw out the first game between these two this year. These are 2 different teams that are playing this week than played mid-season. BGA found out they were tough, and FRA they found their quarterback and they actually started playing a lot more consistent, which was a problem earlier in the season. But I think that once that quarterback position settled down, they settled down. And so this is one of those games that, it's just going to be fun to be there. I think it's going to be one of those ones that you just, you hate to see, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. But this one, both these teams are so good, it could go either way.
And for Isaac, I mean, come on, man, back to back. You get to see Vandy's 2 highest rated prospects ever in back-to-back games.
God.
I've never been more excited for a championship weekend. It's going to be ridiculous.
Isaac going to be fanboying.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the AAA game. It's BA and Baylor, a couple of unbeatens.
Yeah, Mother Nature robbed us of this game in week 3 or 4.
But might have done us a favor.
Kind of happy about it, honestly. We get it.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2 best teams in the state, in my opinion, they get a chance to square off. And can Brentwood Academy slow down David Gabriel George's? They do that. Can you figure out a way to, turn Briggs Cherry over? Nobody's done it this year. And then just how freaking good. Oh, yeah, Isaac. Forgot about that. 3 Vandy commits.
Oh, yeah, Nate Fleming.
Yeah.
It's just we've been having so many W's, they just keep stacking.
Yeah.
Hey, he might be a door, but he's an absolute dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, can Brentwood Academy's offense do what it's done all year and put up points against the Baylor defense that has kind of been suspect at times? So really exciting game to close out Thursday night's action. I'm glad we don't have the Battle of Chattanooga. And man,
Game number 2 where you might see 1,000 yards, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be offense versus offense and a lot of fun.
Because Brett Beach isn't playing this weekend, Matt.
Welcome.
Oh, unnecessary.
Sorry. Congrats on your new coach at Kentucky, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, and congrats on having if you've not been to a basketball game yet, you need to go watch Cutter because he has started the year extremely hot.
Matt, and if you'd have watched our show last week, you would have known that we were coming on Tuesday. But hey, we love you. No, I'm glad about this game. It's not. I'm hoping that we don't see any weather related issues because I really want to see these 2 teams go at it on in good weather where Brentwood Academy can really throw the ball. And because if it turns into a turf battle, DGG is just, man, he's fun to watch. He's got to be a nightmare to freaking tackle.
Cam going with the frosted look in the camera. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good Lord, man. Just wipe it. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Before we get another camera, can we get Cam a webcam?
Good grief, buddy.
Yeah, go rent a webcam.
Yeah. We need to get you a better webcam.
When you look at all these matchups we got, and Langston he's right. I mean, what a freaking weekend, man. It's going to be so fun.
Oh, you think it's going to be fun now? Just wait till you get all 5 of us down in the Airbnb down in Chattanooga.
No, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. We'll get to our picks here in a bit, or next, I guess. But it's going to be a fun 3 days. Probably, honestly, couldn't ask for a better slate to close out the season.
Yeah,
he's over it. He's done. Yeah. All right. Probably a good time to talk about.
Cam has entered witness protection.
Yeah, he's been blurred out and censored. That's what's happened. Time to talk about the good folks at AccuWorks. Water damage, it can be as small as a leaking faucet or as catastrophic as a flood. Regardless of the source, water damage wreaks havoc on your home or business's walls, floors, and furniture. and can lead to mold and other health risks. AccuWorks can start water damage restoration services immediately, removing all potential risks and restoring the affected areas. The experts at AccuWorks will determine the extent of the water damage in your property. We can handle any size of water breach, from a small plumbing malfunction to a major sewage backup or storm flooding. AccuWorks conducts water removal from your home using the most advanced equipment and techniques in the industry. And once your property is dry again, our restoration and remediation experts can also repair any lasting damage. There's no need to call another contractor for water damage restoration. AccuWorks handles everything from beginning to end. If you're in Nashville, Clarksville, Cookeville, or areas in between, it's time to call the water damage experts at AccuWorks. Call us now at 615-292-2009 or toll free at 888-779-2228 or visit our website at AccuWorks.com. AccuWorks Restoration, a proud sponsor of Tennessee high school athletics. All right, guys. Bring everybody full just real quick. Let's see what Matt had to say about it.
There it is. Look at him.
Hey, how about that? Just in time. Just in time to
unmute yourself, Cam. There you go.
Not lying.
Just in time to make some picks for the final time this season. It's who you got. And it's 18 weeks for Cam heading into the final week, but for all intents and purposes, he is going to be our new champion.
Well done, Cam. Well done. You had a great year. Well done to everybody that's going to finish above 80%. I just have to put it out here. Chris.
No. We don't do that around here.
I think what Joe was trying to say was you went from first to worst.
I will mute a lot of you. Damn it, y'all.
He will mute us and finish the show on his own.
Absolutely. I've done it before. I will have to do it again, I guess. I don't know.
I just want to get to 80%. That's all. Although I am rounding up if I don't get there.
I do love that KJ tried to take his shot at passing me and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it failed miserably.
And Mom passed Tyson this week to finish second. So
yeah.
Tyson making a play to try to finish second. Tyson technically had an opportunity to go opposite of me on all the picks, but as you'll see, he chose not to. I did put him in a position.
Let's not spoil it. Let's not spoil it because it's funny enough as it is. So he did what he did. So it is a joke, by the way. I'll take it seriously, but I'm going to do something a little different. Scott, I'm going to run the Cats picks first because I think they picked all of the R's, correct?
No, they just picked the BGA game and they picked the BGA FRA and they picked the Oakland Ravens.
That's fine. We're going to run them.
Our first matchup that we're going to have our guest pickers choose between will be the Wildcats of BGA and the Panthers of FRA. 2 cats, no waiting. That just looks so happy. Put him down, man.
Struggle's real.
Somebody's going to make a pick. And it looks like Sonny's going to make the pick again. Sonny is choosing the Wildcats, a BGA. The last of our championship games happening Saturday night will be Ravenwood and Oakland in the 6A championship. And we'll have a winner pick just shortly. All right. Let the picker out. Here he comes, Sonny. And Sonny is going to choose the Ravenwood Raptors over the Oakland Patriots. I tried to get Butch to pick that last one. He wasn't having any of it, so Sonny jumped up. And to tell you the truth, Sonny's had a better record.
Hush.
Sonny has had a better record.
All right, let's get on with it. We'll start with Westview, Gatlinburg, Pittman. Doing a little different this week. We're going to pick them one by one. Connor's got Westview 55-42 in this one. He likes his shootouts. So I've noticed that in what he showed this week. So he thinks there's going to be a lot of offense. Scott, you've got Westview 45-38.
Yeah, I think just when it comes down to it, just too much Asa Barnes, too much Graham Simpson.
Tyson takes Westview 42-41. Isaac, you've got 35-20 Westview.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I guess you could call that score semi of a shootout, but when compared to some of these other scores, it's a little bit lower scoring. Like I said earlier, I'm extremely excited to see Gatlinburg Pittman, but Graham Simpson is ridiculous. Asa Barnes is ridiculous. The way that Westview has just rolled over the teams that they've played this entire year, I had to go with them.
Yep. KJ's got 28-17 Westview. I've got 41-34 Westview. I think Graham Simpson gets the redemption he didn't get last year. Yeah. Joe, 27-24 Westview.
Asa Barnes legacy game. I do think Pittman is a really, really good team, but I'm going to say Barnes scores a touchdown late to give Westview the gold ball.
Cam's going to make it a clean sweep, 34-21 for Westview.
Yeah, I think that the way Gatlinburg Pittman was able to handle the athleticism for Tyner was kind of eye-opening. And this game definitely is closer predicted for me than what it would have been without it. Just too much on the offense.
We're going to skip around and go to the 1A championship next. McKenzie and South Pittsburgh. We'll get all of our area games a little later on. Connor's got a lot of points here. 56-49 South Pittsburgh he went with.
Connor just wants us running around, man.
Connor wants South Pitt to give up as many points as they've given up all year in one game.
I respect it, Connor.
Yeah, sure. Scott's going the other direction. He got 21-7 South Pitt.
Yeah, and I thought that 21 might have been a stretch in this game. I just like South Pittsburgh's defense. They have not let up this entire playoff, and I don't think they let up in this game either.
Tyson's going 28-10 South Pitt. Isaac, you are going 45-31 South Pitt.
Yeah, South Pitt, I definitely see keeping up that end of the bargain. Cam, you're probably right as far as giving up as many points in one game as they have all season. But if any team could do it, I think it would be McKenzie. So I guess we'll see.
KJ likes South Pitt 28-26 in this one. I've got South Pitt 21-20. I don't know that we'll see that many points in that one either, Scott. I'm with you. Joe's got 24-14 South Pitt.
Yeah, these two teams have played. This is the fourth time for a gold ball. South Pitt's won all three meetings. Aside from the 2007 game, they've both been one-possession games. However, I just think that South Pitt defense way too tough this year. They got a couple more weapons. I think this is a close game, but South Pitt scores a touchdown late to put it away and bring home another gold ball.
And Cam makes it 8 for 8 for South Pitt, 42-14.
Yeah, having watched a couple games of film on South Pitt and seeing a little bit on McKenzie as well, South Pitt's loaded, boys. They're extremely talented. They got multiple dudes on offense. Defensively, they're big. They're long. They got a defensive end. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now at the moment. I think he wears number 9. But he is a freak athlete. He's 6'4", 6'5", long and big, and he's going to wreak havoc on Cole Brown.
To the 2A title game, Huntington, Marion County. Connor likes Huntington 14-7. I guess he had to make up for those shootouts that he picked.
That's actually a very realistic pick.
Scott, you like Huntington 28-14?
Yeah, they're big. I really like their defense. I just think Huntington. They showed us something last week because I had Milan going, I think, all the way. So, yeah, I'm a big believer in the Mustangs here.
Tyson is taking Marion County 28-25. Isaac, you've got Marion County by a point, 32-31.
Yeah, I could see this game being a whole lot like the Dog and Pony Show, just with Marion County coming up on top. What Marion County was able to do to Gordonsville was insanely impressive. It didn't surprise me that Marion won, but just the way that they kind of blew out Gordonsville in that game was very impressive. So I'm really excited to see this game.
KJ's also going Marion County 22-19. I am too, 27-21. Joe, you got Huntington by 3.
Yeah, I jumped on the Huntington bandwagon after that East Rob win. I thought they could get the job done last week against Milan. They did it. Comparing this game to last year, I don't think Marion County's quite as deep as they were. They've shown that in some games this year. You just look at that Chattanooga Prep game, and Huntington's not a one-trick pony. They got about 4 guys that can really knock you out, and I think they get the job done. It's been this is a program that's been hungry for a long time, and I think they finally get it done.
Kudos for sneaking in one-trick pony on that one.
Thank you.
Cam's going Marion County 27-21.
Yeah, it's been 13 years since the last time Huntington was in a state championship game. Marion having been there last year and a couple other times in the late 20-teens. I just like that championship game experience, and ultimately I think this game comes down to either a trick play or a pass play for one of these teams is the difference.
I do want to point this out. The last time Huntington won a state title, 2003. You know what the record was?
14-1.
You know who they lost to? They lost to
Milan.
Ooh.
BGA and FRA's next. Connor's going with BGA by a point. Scott, you like FRA?
Yeah, I flip-flopped on this, and y'all know well. Jack Nimitz, I think that he makes all the difference in this game. He showed it in their first matchup. Amari Sanders is playing well. Mike Hassel. I just think FRA can stay with BGA. I expect it to be a pretty good game, though, with FRA pulling away late.
Tyson likes BGA 34-28. Isaac's going with a 4-point win for the Wildcats, 32-28.
Like what Scott said earlier, you can sort of throw the first meeting between these two teams kind of out of the window. Not necessarily completely out the window, but the way that BGA has responded to losing to FRA ever since then, the way they've been playing is amazing. I would like to see Amari Sanders score all 28 points for FRA, and I'd like to see Nate Fleming get 10 pancake blocks. But either way, it's going to be amazing. But yeah, I just went with BGA. The way that they've responded after losing to FRA that first time was amazing, and it's just incredibly hard to beat the same team twice in 1 year, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
KJ's going FRA 36-35. He thinks a lot of points in that one. I like BGA 35-28. I just think that this team has played with a palpable chip on its shoulder since the FRA loss. They didn't need any motivation 2 weeks ago, but they got it in spades. And I think they're carrying it with them to Chattanooga. Joe, you like FRA 31-28?
Yeah, I picked the Panthers going into the year, and I picked against them when they played BGA the first time. They have not let me live that down. To me, I think this is a big Mike Hassel game. This was the game last year in the postseason. FRA appeared to be the better team, or at least they thought they were. Hassel gets hurt in that semifinal game. BGA beats him. He's been waiting for this game. I don't think he really cared about the regular season game. He knew that this was what it's going to come down to. I think Mike closes out his career with a monster performance here, leading them to a win. And whatever college gets that kid, man, they're getting just a standout athlete that just does it everywhere.
Wake up, Wildcats.
All right, Cam, you've got BGA 24-17.
Yeah, a little bit lower scoring than the rest of these guys. I think there's something to that first matchup, 21-14. FRA, we've seen it a couple times, them being up even the year before last year. They were able to hold BGA to the mid-20s, I believe so. They're a team that definitely seemed to know a thing or two about slowing down the Bobby Bentley offense, which do they want to share with anybody? Because nobody else has figured it out. But man, BGA just has so many weapons, and Caden Marable has had an unbelievable season. I think that their championship game experience last year is a benefit for them. I think that the seniors on that BGA team get the gold ball, whereas the underclassmen for FRA, the FRA has some seniors too, including Mike. But I think the seniors for BGA take their moment, and FRA is set up for that moment next year. Spoiler alert, I'm picking FRA to win it all next year.
Same.
Yeah. All right. Nashville Christian and USJ next. Connor likes the Eagles in a close one, 35-27. Scott, you've got NCS 42-24.
Yeah. Too many weapons on Nashville Christian. I think Jared Curtis, with his announcement today, he gets to put all that behind him and just go out there and have fun with his guys and enjoy it. And I think that Nashville Christian plays like a team with nothing to lose, and they get out there and get after it. So yeah, I think that they win this one going away.
Tyson likes the Eagles to win 38-31. Isaac has a 45-21 win for Nashville Christian.
Like I said earlier, I could feasibly see a game kind of like what Tyner kept up with Nashville Christian, but I don't see that happening. I see Nashville Christian kind of getting up really early in USJ, scoring a few points late. Just incredibly excited for it. Just let the future king of West End, future king of Nashville cook. And
you gonna get TJ Ward?
If he wants to, yeah, jump on. I'd love that.
KJ likes 42-20 Nashville Christian. I've got it by a point difference, 42-21. Joe, 42-24 for you as well.
Yeah, Scott and I are on the same wavelength here. Like I said, Nashville Christian started off slow in that Columbia Academy game last year. They finally got it going because of TJ Ward. I think he closes it out strong. He and Jared are just too much, but I do think Ken Grigsby, he made plays last year in the state championship. I think he makes some here, but again, TJ Ward, too much. I think he rushes for 200 yards here.
49-21 for Cam.
Yeah, just way too much offense for Nashville Christian, in my opinion. I think USJ scores some points early, maybe goes tit for tat for a little bit. But Jared Curtis and TJ Ward are going to have a going away party, so to speak. And I think Joe's all over it. TJ goes for 150 or so, and Jared probably puts up 300 between rushing and passing. So
to BA and Baylor, Connor likes Baylor 42-38 in this one. Scott, you've got BA 28-24.
Yeah, I think that I don't think Baylor has seen a defensive line like Brentwood Academy this year. I think Brentwood Academy can come in here and play loose, focus on stopping George's and make Brick Sherry throw the ball. I think that's their key to winning. I think that if they can do that, and if Larry Sanders gets it going, BA could just absolutely surprise and shock everybody in Chattanooga.
Tyson likes Baylor 33-31. Isaac, you've got Baylor 30-21.
As excited as I am to not have the boarding school bowl in Chattanooga again this year, I just think Gabriel is the best running back in the state, one of the best running backs in the country. I would love to see Brentwood Academy pull this one out. If McCauley would have kept the game closer with Baylor last week, I might have been more inclined to pick Brentwood Academy this week. But the way that they just put up video game numbers against McCauley last week just kind of reinforced that Baylor's still Baylor. There's a reason they're Baylor. As much as I would love to see Brentwood Academy win this, they're probably just going to do what Baylor does and roll on to another state championship.
KJ's taking BA 30-28 for his pick. I'm taking the Eagles 38-37, and I think it's a Cruz Jenkins legacy game.
Yeah,
Joe, 45-42 for you.
Yeah, if it's a Cruz Jenkins legacy game, it's going to be a Sean Bowman legacy game. I'm not sure Baylor has anybody that can slow him down. They get those two going. Larry Sanders gets his mojo going on the ground. They can go tit for tat with Baylor. And Dave Gabriel Georges, he's going to do what he's going to do. You got to make him throw the ball. Hope Rich Cherry, forces something. He hasn't done that all year. But, man, Chris, I still go back to that midnight practice.
Yeah.
Felt something different about BA that night. Even if it's not this year, next year they're going to be special as well. I think they get it done.
Yeah, I agree. I felt that too. When we were out there, it was just different. And this is the one team I think Baylor really did not want to see across from them in Chattanooga. Cam, you're going Baylor.
Yeah, sticking with the pick from the before the playoffs pick. It's going to be a great game. This was a true flip 'em game. Both teams, as you said, I think Baylor didn't want to see Brentwood Academy because I think that they know Brentwood Academy is probably the only team in D2 AAA that can match them athlete for athlete for the most part. But at the end of the day, the wreck from Quebec is the difference. He is special, man. We didn't get to see him healthy last year in this state championship game. He is healthy this year. It's going to be a tall task for those Brentwood Academy linebackers, and I'll be honest with you guys, it's going to sound insane, but I think if you hold him under 200, you got to like where you're at if you're BA.
Bennett's filming legacy game here.
Next up, it's patience.
I can just see
it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. You hold them under 200, and you're right where you want them. That's just
199 is the number to get to.
Well, to put that into realm of possibility in the picture here, he went for 431 against Macaulay in the semifinal.
Yeah.
He'd look really good in black and gold, wouldn't he? Wouldn't he, Isaac?
No shot.
I'll be rocking red and scarlet.
Yeah. We can only have
orange and white. Come on, we need a booster. We need a booster. Come on.
He's having a great night, but don't get greedy here.
Yeah, we can only have too much greatness for one lifetime.
Yep, we need the Haslams to get involved with this recruitment here.
All right.
Mr. Haslam, I know you're watching this.
All right. To the 5A championship game, Connor's got Page 34-31. Scott, you were taking the Patriots by 3 as well.
Yeah, I just I'm a believer in Page. I believe that that they've been here before. This time that they're going to get it. This time they have the pieces in place. I think they match up better against Sevier County than they have in the past. And I'm going Page here, but I go on Page in a close one.
Tyson, we have a theme here apparently. Tyson's got a 3-point margin as well, 31-28. Isaac, you broke that trend.
Yeah. I mean, a 10-point game is not like that's a blowout on either side, but still.
No, it's not.
It has to happen. It has to happen eventually. If, we're all wrong here and Sevier County wins this, I won't be surprised if Page makes it 6 years in a row making it to state next year. It's going to change. Something has to change. I think this is the year. This Page offense has really surprised me this season. They've given me a reason to think that, it's not going to be like it was the past 4 years. So I expect Page's offense to keep this game, kind of trade blows with Sevier County, and then their running game to be able to hold them away at the very end.
KJ's got a 21-20 win for Page. I've got 34-31 as well. At some point, the luck has to go your way in this game.
Yep.
And I think that they've had enough bad luck that it will eventually balance out and come in their direction. And it's time. If not now, when? Joe, 28-27.
Yeah, I go back and look at that game last year. Page outgained Sevier County 311 to 184 yards. It was a 7-point game Where they lost this game was penalties, and they turned the ball over 3 times. Sevier County fumbled the ball twice, and they recovered it both times.
Yep.
Everything went wrong for Page that night. It's gone wrong for Page every single year, it seems like. Just something happens. At some point, they get over the hump. I think this is the team. This is the most complete team they've had under Coach Rathbone. I know that's saying quite something considering you look at what last year's team was. They lean on that big offensive line. James Pierre, Isaac Odie, they have a night. Knight Wilson closes out a pretty great high school career. And Cameron Cruzy, man, he cements himself as a quarterback to know him 5A and a potential Mr. Football candidate going into next year.
Cam, you like Page by 14?
Yeah. It's real simple. We talk about breaks. We talk about the last 4 years. None of it means jack shit. None of it means nothing. This is this year. You come out there, you pound the rock, you rely on your offensive line, you rely on your defensive line, and you go out there and you smack them in the mouth, and you win the daggum football game. All right? It's that daggum simple. Let's get it done. Come on, Paige.
Well, there went our G rating.
I'm going to have to go back and bleep that out.
PG-13.
Yeah.
PG allows one.
I think you get one. I think
you get like 3 of that word and 1 of another.
We get 3. You can say it again, Scott. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I
live with the HR manager's right over there.
I'm not one for hypotheticals, but man, could we imagine a Page team with last year's defense and this year's offense? That's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Matt, we know.
Thank you, Dan Fouts. Okay, I can feel the screenshots taking place now too when we go all in the same direction because as you know, players.
It's Homer picks too, guys. I mean, let's be real.
It is, yeah.
It is Homer picks. We want to see them finally get it done. But the fact of the matter is, you're not going to get it done if you look in the rearview mirror. It's about what's in front of you. Go win the game.
We talked about Pearl Cone a couple of years ago in that scene. Imagine if Page gets over the hump finally. And I just go back to Knight Wilson at the end of that game last year. As inconsolable as Eric Hazard was his junior year, losing to Knox West, Knight was just a wreck. And he's been playing like, every game is his last game, every game this season. Air Force is getting a dude. He's a great leader for that team. They just got to get it done.
I'm trying to figure out when Cam became Tony Robbins. But I mean, good gosh, we're going to have to have Cam give seminars. I don't know on what or who would pay for it, but
I don't know why I had a Jeremy Pruitt reference in there too. All right,
the origin of that Cam seminar on it.
Yeah.
I just think that this.
He could do Jeremy Pruitt voiceovers.
Yeah. I just want to hear you say brick by brick.
No,
get that out of here.
Stop it. No. Get some help.
I really, this is us.
We're copywriting that, Matt. Thank you.
Yep. The merch truck is rolling. Everybody jump on.
Yeah.
Now
oh my gosh.
Hey, we will if enough people want them, we will win the daggum game shirts. All right.
I want to win the daggum game hat. I want that.
Yeah, daggum. No, I would really, Paige has suffered so long that for 5 years or for 4 years they've suffered. It would it not be a feel good story for them to win? Of course it would, but that's not the whole reason that we're picking them. This is as solid of a Page offense as we've seen in 4 years, with players at all the positions. You've got really good players at every skill position out there, and to me, this may be the more complete Page team than what we've seen. Is there, they don't have the defense that's going to pitch, 9 shutouts in a season, but they are going to bend and not break. They're going to make plays. Offensively, they can score from anywhere. We saw it in the game against Beach. They took their licks in the first half and came out swinging in the second. This Page team is very, very good. Sevier County is very, very good. I expect a really, really good game, as shown by the 3-point scores we got here. Everybody does, except for
by those margins, you have to really think Jonathan Bobbitt factors in quite a bit here.
Yep.
Kicking game's going to matter.
Baba
Booey.
Pro Code of Alcoa. Connor's going with the Firebirds, 28-24. Scott, you're taking Alcoa in a close one.
I am. And this is simply to get the Firebirds fired up. No, the Alcoa is a very, very tough team. I watched them play again. I watched that Greenville game, and while I don't think that they can do to Pearl what they did to Greenville, I don't believe that they can spy the quarterback like they did against Greenville with their top linebacker. I think that they do that, LJ Funk kills them. I just think that Alcoa is playing at that next level. Would it surprise me if Pearl wins this? Absolutely not. I think that if there's any team out there that can keep up with Alcoa, especially offensively, it's Pearl. But they have to play almost a completely perfect game, I think, in this one, and not get, when things don't go their way, they can't get down, they can't lose their composure. Play like they did last week, and they have a really good chance of beating Alcoa.
Tyson likes Alcoa 28-20. Isaac, you've got 38-18.
Yeah, it's very similar to BA and Baylor, where I would absolutely love to see BA win. I would absolutely love to see Pearl Cone be able to pull this off. But with what Baylor did to McCauley and with what Alcoa did to Greenville, I think Joe said this earlier, nobody does that to Greenville. Nobody. But Alcoa did. So I could see Alcoa kind of showing up, maybe underestimating Pearl, maybe not being ready for Pearl. But if the Alcoa team that played against Greenville shows up, I don't think that there's much that Pearl could do to keep this game pretty close.
KJ's taking Alcoa 34-20. Don't know why it's showing up in white, but whatever. I said it Friday night on Instagram Live that I was going to back Pearl Cone. I'm going to stick by it. I'm taking Pearl Cone 30-23. I certainly think Alcoa very well wins this game, but I'm not going to be a liar. Joe, you like Alcoa 38-21?
Yeah. I mean, what Alcoa did the other night was insanely impressive. I like this Pearl team a lot. I said it a couple weeks ago. I think they're peaking a year early, and I think they're going to carry that into next year where they're going to be really dang good. But, man, what they did at Greenville, just insanely impressive. It's just hard, man. They're just such a machine, and Thomas Manu's a beast. I'd love to see Pearl Cone win this, but after rewatching Alcoa Greenville the other night, I can't do it.
Alcoa for Cam as well, 42-26.
Yeah, it's just too much Alcoa. One thing that it just hit me just a minute ago, but that was a really personal game for Alcoa against Greenville last week. We mentioned it last week on the show, but Greenville talked a lot of smack to Alcoa about the year before, where they had a game that was, I think it was a 10-7 game, and it was stopped somewhere in the first half, and I think Greenville may have been up or at least physically winning the game at that point, and they talked a lot of trash about it. And Alcoa took that, as we saw, took it personally and took out some frustration on Greenville last week. Is there a little bit of a letdown? That's going to be the telltale sign. Most of the time, though, Alcoa comes ready to play on championship day. That's the reason why they've got a lot more gold balls than silver balls. So It's a tall task. Coach Brunetti and Perlcone knows that. That's why he schedules the way he does. And Perlcone needs a break or two, and they need a huge game from Landon left.
I have just been informed that someone is wanting to change their pick in this game. Scott, normally I wouldn't do it, but it's championship week, and I'm cool with it. What do you got?
Sitting on that sideline the other day and listening to Coach Andre, listening to Coach Brunetti, and them telling them at the beginning of the year it was going to be tough, that they had to believe that it ran through Perlcone. By gosh, I think it does run through Perlcone by way of Chattanooga. Give me the Firebirds in this game.
All right.
Give me the Firebirds in this game, and I'll keep the same score, 35-31.
Thank you, Matt. I hope they are too. I gave Alcoa a ton of props this year. I'm just impressed with what they've done.
Yeah, I'm gonna record this real quick, so I'm gonna get this pick changed real quick. While y'all just talk about this game a little bit before I do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked mostly about it. I mean, just if you really think about it, I mean, Alcoa is 1 point from being perfect. Upperman gave him a game for a little bit. I think you run the ball. Your quarterback's got to have a good run game. LJ Funk can do that, but
I said this in the Upperman game, and I still believe this. There's one way to beat this team. You have to somehow keep it in the 20s, low 20s. Mm-hmm. You have to. You cannot try to go shootout with Alcoa, especially this year. They have way too many weapons with Micah Jones, Jameer Dean, Thomas Manu, the quarterback. He can run and pass. They have way too many weapons. If you get into a shootout with them, you're fighting even a more uphill battle. You're going to have to score 50.
Yeah. Just now that we're official, Scott has changed his pick to Perlcone, so it's So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ooh.
And that brings us to Ravenwood and Oakland in the 6A game. And Connor likes Oakland 40-35 in what I assume would be an absolute classic. Scott, you've got Oakland 35-31.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game we all wanted. These are the most evenly matched up teams that I think in any of the games except maybe the FRA BGA game. But with this one, I'll just like Oakland's defense. And I know that I'm putting 35 points up there, but that's just because Ravenwood against anybody else would score 42. I like Oakland's defense in this game to make a big play. So yeah, I'm going with the Patriots.
Langston, you're on. You're on. I'm all for that fish sandwich over the Perlcone. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to reveal Tyson's pick, and this is the reason why he cannot win the championship now, because he couldn't go. He just couldn't do it. This is a joke. Do not take this seriously. But he's got Oakland 90-0.
No, this is serious.
He's 100% serious.
It is, but it isn't.
And to add on to what we preluded to earlier, this was the first pick that any of us made. As soon as the game was over last week in Oakland, I told Chris we knew the standings. Tyson was behind 8. He needed to get all 9 of them right, opposite of me. I said, tell him I'm picking Oakland. He has to pick Ravenwood to win, and he refused to do so.
That's amazing.
He stuck by his guns. He's on brand. I respect it, but still.
His pride will be the downfall of him.
I don't. We have enough inside jokes in this show that if you watch long enough, you pick up on it. But the people that are just coming in for the first time might not get it. That's okay. Ask the question. We're happy to tell you. Just don't come at us with stupid. Okay.
Real quick observation. Tyson is a Brentwood grad. Brentwood grads don't like Ravenwood grads. Simple.
They won't even say the word. He won't even he never says when he makes his pick, he never even says the word Ravenwood. It's always something else.
The bad guys.
The bad guys. Them, something else. I don't know. Just to fill you in on the inside joke there. Isaac's got Ravenwood 35-31.
I'm going to do what Tyson didn't have the bravery to do. It's a joke, but I noticed when I was at Ravenwood covering the Ravenwood Southwind game, Ravenwood has 2 state championships. One in 2005, one in 2015. It is 2025. They win one every 10 years. I'm not a believer in superstition, but if there was ever a year for Ravenwood to win a state championship, it would be 10 years after the last state championship. In reality, Ravenwood is also a very good team. That's definitely a reason to pick them to win this game. Femi Babaloa is ridiculous. Their other quarterback, the Chance.
Maverick.
I keep thinking Hudson Chance.
Yeah.
They're both unstoppable in very different ways. Watching Ravenwood's defense do what they did to Southwind last week was impressive, to say the least. I wouldn't be surprised if Oakland does what Oakland does. I wouldn't be surprised if Oakland. I would be surprised if Oakland ran away with this, but I'm going to stick with my guns. I think I picked Ravenwood to win state when we made our predictions at the beginning of the playoffs. So I'm going to stick to that and go Raptors, I guess.
KJ's also taking Ravenwood 35-33 in that one. Matt, you stole my line.
Yeah, I was thinking it too.
You stole my line.
No, I am superstitious.
I was going to utter those exact words, but no, somebody had to put a comment in there. Oh, well. I worry about the injuries that Oakland's going through right now to key players. I mean, big guns, too, that they're coming in a little bit just too banged up. But then again, they may wind up winning this game by 10 and prove me the heck wrong. It's happened all year. I like Ravenwood, though. I like what this Ravenwood team's done. Just the way that they were able to contain Southwind enough was enough for me to swing it this way for me. Joe, same way for you, 31-28.
Yeah, I went into the year picking Ravenwood. I thought just the dynamic they had. I like what Coach Rodriguez is built there in this last year. Obviously, taking over for Coach Hester, the groundwork was there. You got over 40 seniors on this team. It's there. This is there for them. They didn't play an easy schedule this year. They built up knowing that, if they take care of business, they got Oakland at the end. They knew Oakland would be here. I like the dynamic between Femi and Maverick. It's very rare you see two QB1s decide to stick together. Those guys make each other better. They're two future FBS guys. Mm-hmm. If Ravenwood's going to do it, it's got to be this year. And then, like what Isaac said, and Matt, I'm not a little stitious. I'm it is what it is. 2005, 2015, 2025. If they're going to do it, it's going to be this year. They know how to beat Oakland. They did it last season. Great way to close out the year, though, with this game.
And that number of seniors is no joke. I was at both attempts at senior night. That line was quite long.
That's more seniors than I had on my entire football team in high school.
Yeah.
It's almost the same.
Yeah. It is an unheard of number of seniors on this team. And Cam, you're taking Oakland, though. I know. Say the thing.
To be the man, you got to beat the man, right?
I knew it was coming.
It's that simple. It's easy to be a little bit superstitious with Ravenwood, right? 05, 15, 25. They win one every 10. Oakland wins one every freaking year. It's that simple. All right. They've played in 7 of the last 9 6A state championships. 7 out of the last 9, and they've won 5 of them. This team has made making a state championship game. They're getting into Alcoa territory, right? It's becoming common, right? And we've seen that with some of their home crowds over the years, the last couple of years at least, which is unfortunate. I will say, though, that this year would be a little bit different. This Oakland team is different. They're starting 2 freshmen. Both of those guys are going to play a lot of minutes on Saturday night, especially if Dante Cameron can't go, the other quarterback in the 2-quarterback system. I think Oakland's ability to not be one-dimensional, and ultimately I think it comes down to, you saw it in the drive against Blackman. When Oakland wants to do something, they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it against Green Hill. Green Hill had them down 17-7 with 9 minutes to go. Light switch, buddy. Ball game. 2 touchdowns in 4 minutes. They're different. And we said it. We joked when we call him Superman, but Craig Tutt is special.
Mm-hmm.
He can take over a game. Ravenwood has some very, very talented players that can take over games too. What it's going to come down to, can Matthew Anderson and that Ravenwood defense stop Craig Tutt? That's what it's going to come down to. That's going to determine who wins the football game.
Sounds a lot like what we said last week against Southwind.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it. We're done. There's no more picks to make. It's time to lace them up and play ball. So before we get out of here, some final words from the guys. Isaac, it's your night. I'm going to let you have the first one.
I was kind of thinking about what to say for last words. I'm going to do my best Scott impression. I don't have a script to read, but going into this last weekend, this season's been amazing. It's been so fun to cover these games this year. The projects that I've been working on, it's been great. What I will say is I've noticed a worrying increase in, and it's very heavily related to today's events. Let the kids play. Don't, especially parents or even kids that aren't playing, that are their students. Just let the kids that are on the field play. Don't make this about yourself. Don't take what is going to be, for all of these kids, it's going to be their last game, or not all the seniors. It's going to be their last game. This season, I've seen in person and heard of just a whole bunch of parents during games just doing things that they shouldn't, or a call doesn't go your way. That happened last week. A couple calls didn't go a certain team's way, and parents were getting real close to threatening the referee because they were mad about it. And I get it. It's a playoff game. You really want your kids to have the best opportunity to make the memories that'll last for a lifetime, but just let the kids play. Don't take this moment away from them. Let them do what they came here to do, and just have fun. It's high school football. At the end of the day, it's fun, but at the end of the day, it's high school football, and we all grow up, we all get jobs, we all go on and do bigger things. But enjoy this moment. Let the kids enjoy this moment, and just have fun in Chattanooga.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of a twist on a Chris Cagle quote. Scars heal, glory fades. All we're left with are the memories made. And what it comes down to is, guys, you've worked your tail off. All these teams, whether you're in our area or not, you've worked your tail off to get to this point. You're going to remember it, win or lose. If you lose, it's going to sting a little bit, but you'll be able to look back and realize how special of a feat this is. But yeah, it's been a great season. Truly enjoyed it. Had a good year picking. Going to get a belt on Saturday night, which is going to be fun. Get to rub that in Joe's face.
Right in the butt.
But it's going to be a blast this week, and we always enjoy it. If you see us at the game, say hello. We always love that. And to our area teams that will be down there, go win the gold ball, baby, because the chicks dig it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's my favorite and least favorite weekend of the year. Obviously, you don't want high school football to come to an end, but it always does. Unfortunately, it just comes way too fast. We'll talk all sentimental crap on next week's show, I guess. But I'm excited to see our area teams hopefully bring home gold balls. We got a good chance to have several state champions. You know, high school football runs through Middle Tennessee now. It's not east or west. It's Middle Tennessee, and the 615 in particular. Champions are here. They're here every year, and we're going to get a good amount. And once again, just make sure you're following us on all our socials. We're going to cover all 9 games. We're the only outlet doing that. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. Just like Cam said, win the daggone game. And it's going to be a fun weekend. Excited to spend it with these guys. And, yeah, let's close out the year on the right foot.
No, it's the immortal words of Keanu Reeves. Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever. Now, first of all, those of you who are going to Chattanooga, please drive safe. Please be safe. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the city. It's a wonderful city. Great place to watch a ball game. So please be careful. Take your time. We want to see you back here. And what I really wanted to say to touch on that is all the people that we've met this year, you've all been, for the most part, more than kind. There are some that take it a little bit too seriously, but we appreciate you. We appreciate you watching. We love your ideas. We love it when you come up and, tell us we got it wrong. Tell us we got it right, that you enjoy the show. We can't do it without you, and we appreciate that very, very much. So we want to make sure that you're back with us the following week and in years to come, as we don't have any plans to give this up. So be safe, enjoy yourself, and by all means, as Cam says, flag us down if you see us. We love talking with you. We love learning from you. Enjoy it.
This is undoubtedly one of my favorite weeks of the year. Unfortunately, due to some circumstances beyond my control, these other 4 will be going down tomorrow night and covering Thursday and most of the day Friday. I will not be down there until Friday night. Nothing I can do about it. Stuff happens. But I'll be down there Friday night as soon as I can to hopefully get in time for the Page Sevier County game. And I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be a great one. The matchups are awesome. The weather hopefully will cooperate. Knock on wood. And this is it. If you're not ready now, you're not going to be, and that goes for everybody. And it's been a fun year. It's been a great ride, and it's going to come to what we hope is a fun end with a lot of great finishes and a lot of great games. Enjoy it. Treasure it, cherish it, players. It's a memory. It's going to stick with you forever. You're going to talk about it. You're going to think about it. You're going to remember it forever. Take it all in. Take a moment for yourself when you walk in that stadium, and just remember how you feel.
Yep.
Because it's worth it.
I do want to point something out when we go to all 4 of us again. I do want to point something out.
10-4. But take a moment for yourself and just remember that feeling and go do your best. No, leave it all out in the field, and no one can ever take it away from you, win or lose. That's all it's about.
I do want to point out these comments because I said Middle Tennessee, football runs through Middle Tennessee. So there's that. And there's that. Cool. You pointed out one team. You know how many teams from our area are in the state championships this year? 8. High school football in this state runs through Middle Tennessee. Sorry about it. We already talked about Page Sevier County too. We all said Page sweep.
Yep.
Yeah. There are no losers this weekend. Every team here is good, and what I mean by that is, okay, there are wins and losses in the game, but to make it this far as players, you've accomplished something.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with a win-win for the Gipper speech, and I was about to cut it off.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
I'm shocked. I really am. No, I'm not.
Well, it wasn't like I was around for it.
Sure about that? Sure about that, Scott? Really? Are you sure about
We
that?
watched Rockney give that speech.
You were in the room.
I mean, really.
I'm not that old.
If we're gonna send a message to anybody, Coach Rathbone, fake 23 blast with a backside Georgia verse, like your life depended
upon it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, fun year. I'm excited to close it out this weekend.
Yeah. Yep. Guys, safe travels tomorrow night. I know we're going to have dinner beforehand, but do well and kick ass because I know you will.
I got to ride it.
And I will see you all soon enough. So thank you all for all your hard work this year. It's certainly been an honor and a pleasure to do with you. Folks watching, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and every week this season. Continue to do that next week when we come back next Wednesday for our season finale. And we'll be back here in August as well to get 2026 ready. But let's cap off 2025 the right way. Have fun at Chattanooga. Let's make some memories. Ladies and gentlemen, time to crown some champions. For all of us here at 615 Preps, for Isaac, Cam, Joe, Scott, for Connor, KJ, and Tyson who couldn't be on tonight, I'm Chris. Take care. Get there safe. Have a blast. We'll see you Wednesday night. Good luck to everybody. Take care.